Here's the demo session. Also, I'll not just show us how to sign up, but how to check some things. We're going to do analytics next week, but just a taste of what is coming. Okay, so this is Bamboo, right? This is my mom's app because I created the app for her a while ago, but I've not funded it. So I decided that I thought it was a good idea to use this. Generally, for Bamboo, when you click on the app, you download it, you come in. It's easy to get in because it has one of the best user. So this video is not clear because of YouTube policies. We can't reveal personal information. But contained in this video is just to sign up, personal details and all for the Bamboo app. Assuming you just signed up, this is going to be the first page you're going to get into. This is the home page of the Bamboo app. If you want to use either your domiciliary account or your Naira account, you can use them. You have to pick whether you want it to be in US dollars or Naira. But now you have to pick the account you want, whether it's Naira or dollar. And when you do that, the next thing that happens is you can now switch it in on the app. I don't know if I'm making sense. So you can transfer from your Naira account into the Bamboo Naira account, and then from there you can still buy dollar-based stock. You can also still use the domiciliary account to send money into Bamboo and buy a Naira-based stock. So it has a Naira wallet and dollar wallet. So you you see your total wealth in Naira, or you click in dollars, switches. So that's for the homepage. Now, when you go to invest shows you the different assets or the different investment opportunities that are on the app. We have US stock markets, Nigerian stock markets, treasury bills, Naira savings, fixed returns, and managing your portfolio. That is when you actually let an expert help you manage your portfolio and you pay a particular fee for it. So that this is under invest. Under learn, that's most of these apps, one of the advantages of it is they have using their app. So you can click on any of these things and it gives you an explanation on whichever topic you click on. So if it's hard do I buy stocks, you can easily do demos on it. And I encourage that you actually once in a while be curious enough to click on it. It helps. So it has grocery, that is some basic terminologies in the stock market. We have different like literally a class that you can use to learn. And then they help. It's like you chatting with any of their agents. So just send them a message and usually they reply very quick. And I think they link it to your email so you can still get a response via mail. I'm going to help my mother start investing. I'm going to invest with 10,000 naira. So when you want, so you can see that it has the option of US wallets or Naira wallets. So what I'll do is I'm going to add money and click on my Naira wallet and click on like the 10,000 rounds deposit. Go ahead and pick deposit. So at this point, you can pick what you want. If you want to use a debit card or you want to use direct transfer. For today's class, I would be using direct transfer for this transaction. I always use direct transfer. I don't think I've used my card. I might have used my card before, but I use direct transfer. So when you use a direct transfer, what it does, it gives you an account number that you make the transfer to. All these brokerage accounts, they have their charges. They have what they take from you, right? So I think Bamboo is 1.5%, while Chaka is just 1%. That's one of the differences between Bamboo and Chaka. Most of the time, it happens immediately. Why some other time on rare cases, it can take a while before the money reflects. So currently I've done the transfer. I usually wait the bits and then I just go back, reload, and I find money has been deposited already. So did you guys notice that now my account has been credited? Okay, so something else that I would probably want you guys. So now, how do I find stocks, right? It's easy. The search button is good for a reason. Just click on search. The search contains both US stocks and Nigerian stocks. So please, is there anybody that would like to suggest one or two companies that we can add to our watch list? I can't hear.
Nvidia.
Are we?
Something. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. Yes, I mentioned Nvidia.
I haven't searched for Nvidia. Okay, so when you search out for a company, this is the first thing you see. The about. If you see in the bold letters, that is how much this particular stock is selling per share, right? That's the big amounts in bold there. Then underneath you would see the today rating. So the first plus $0.08 shows that that is the amount it has made today, and you can see the percentage increase. Now, if you use some other financial apps like Yahoo Finance, we're going to talk about Yahoo Finance in next class. You'd see that some ratings are showing you in real time, like as you're seeing green now, you can see red immediately. There's a chart below like the amount. We have today, we have 1W, 1M, 3M, 1Y, 5Y. So today is the chart for today, how the market is doing today. 1W means 1 week, the market trend for the past 1 week. We have 1M, which is market trend for the past 1 month. 3M, the market trend for the past 3 months. And so let me just go. So this is, I've clicked on the 1W. You can see how the chart is looking up, a bit down, up. Then you go to 1 month, which is 1M. That's a chart for 1 month. So it's showing us that for the past 1 month, this is the trends that Nvidia has taken. For the past 3 months, you can see how there's up, down, up, down. 1 year means I had in the middle of the year, sort of, we had a down. And if you click on it or tap a particular point, it shows you the amount you're selling for that particular point. Yahoo Finance definitely shows you the date. So if you want to probably know that, okay, what happened? Why, like, what was that particular thing that happened on this particular day that made the stock have this price? If you notice, as we're clicking on the different months or the different weeks, you can see a change in the increase that Nvidia has done based on what you clicked on. So when I click on 1 month, that's the 1M, it shows me the increase that Nvidia has made for the past 1 month. So I've seen that they've added $4.44. It has made it 2.49% over the past 1 month. If I go for over the past 1 year, on how this chart is looking like up, down, as if you've seen that it had a 28.75% increase, making $40.467 for everybody, literally per share. Then for the past 5 years, that has done 1,000. I'm going to have that's 51.08% increase. So imagine if in 2020 you bought Nvidia, like you bought it 100K. Imagine how your 100K will be swimming in zeros. So this is why it's a long term pays more. So if you had gotten Nvidia with 100K, I mean, balling in 100 million. So another thing we'll be looking out for, right? You have to check how has the trend been over the past 5 years. You can see that it was consolidating a bit low, and then it went up, went down, went up again. If you see the past 1 year, you see that at the points it had a massive fall, but then went up again. 3 months. So you just want to see how is this stock going? Is this stock going down, or when it has any issue, like when it goes down, comes back up, it has potential of coming back up after going down. So another benefit of the Bamboo app has is that you can set a recurring purchase, right? So you can automate that every month, save about that. So now another thing is, I talked about buying things in a sector. I've talked about undervalued and overvalued stocks. One of the ways comparing stocks, those are the companies you will not click compare to. I don't think it's wise. It's not wise to be comparing a tech firm with the health sector. Like they don't have the same value, they're not doing the same thing. It's better to compare like commodities, right? Or like companies, what they're doing. You can decide to compare MTN and Airtel. You can decide to compare Dangote Sugar and Bois. You can decide to compare Coca-Cola and Pepsi. These are friendlies. They are like the same in the same. The next thing is price alerts. So this, for those that you have the strength to go into analytics, but we're going to the analytics next class. I'm not going to jump the. Okay, so one other advantage that most of these apps have is that they tell you the projected price. So they say, okay, currently it's at $886.45, but it has the potential of getting to $221.42. So you can buy now, right, and have the potential advantage of expressing this increase in the projected price. Now, how do they get this projected price? They look at the market, look at what's going on. I think they're even Nvidia is doing something with OpenAI, especially when that's why I say do something like use a particular company that you're aware of what's going on in the sector, because you're one of the first persons to hear this news. I personally don't know Nvidia as much. I can't tell you a company that will say, oh, they're comparing with, so let's compare these two companies with. But I heard of recent that they're doing something with OpenAI. I heard that that's what brought down Google stock, because OpenAI is opening a browser, right? So it's reduced Google stocks by 2%. These are one of those things we check in. So below you can see the sector. It's in technology, and it's part of because Bamboo has this group of different things, like they group them into sectors, group them into dividends, group them into different groupings. So it's part of the AI stocks to watch in 2025. Yes, and then there's a brief intro about Nvidia, just so that you know, in case you don't know what it's about, and you can decide to buy. The next thing is financials. Financials is said about. Financials tells you about what price did the stock open with, what is the highest they've ever gone, what is the lowest they've ever gone, what is their volume, so that you get to know the number of shares they have outside. Then the market capital, which we talk about capitalization. The market capital is about 4 billion plus. Then the 1 year, that's 52-week high, that's the 1 year high. It's clocked 195.62. Then you see the week low, which is 86.62 for the past 1 year. Now we have news. So you get related news on Nvidia. So if I want to add this to my watch list, remember that I actually want it because it looks good. Nvidia is doing very well. Funny enough, Nvidia is one stock that I felt like I heard about it late. So I have a friend, Jonah, or Louis, whichever one you call. He's into tech, and also he posted about Nvidia one time, like very became popular to me. He posted about it, that this is the rise of these. They just came to the limelight. They've been there, and I sent to my friend Sarah. Sarah's gonna take our last class. Sarah is my financial disciplinarian. So I was like, Sarah, let's buy this stock. We didn't buy it then. We bought it when it made the news. But still, upon the fact that we bought it then, we bought it almost 6 months, with almost a year after we heard about Nvidia. And we still made profit off it. And as you can see, from the projected price, Nvidia has capacity to actually make more money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the heart button at the top beside the name. That is how you add a stock to your watch list. The moment you click the heart button, it's added to your watch list. Now, the next thing that I would say about this particular listing is at the top, you see NVDA. It's called a ticker symbol. This ticker symbol are like the nicknames that we give stocks or companies so we can find them on the stock market. It's like the abbreviation or their nicknames, right? So they have different codes and different names for you to find the stock. So Nvidia's own is NVDA. So I want to show the comparisons. I'm going to go quickly to, let's go to Nigerian market. Let's go to Nigerian market. Let's see. What is the talk of? What is the talk of Nigerian stocks currently? From the newly projected prices that happened, BUA was one of the top players. So, unfortunately, Nigerian finance does not give you as much detail as the US stock markets. I have nothing to say about that. I have no comments to say about that. Okay, so this is BUA. BUA is currently 118 naira. Believe me when I say most 90% of Nigerian stock markets, they're booming potential. Why? Because our savings, last I checked, our savings rate was like 2 something percent. Treasury bills is nothing higher, as in not if find treasury bill more than. Look at banks. Our banks are coming out. We're having IPOs everywhere. And that's initial public offer. So being one of the first persons to buy into an IPO gives you head start advantage. So currently, imagine BUA is selling for 180 naira per share. Meaning that if you want to buy 10,000 BUA, it's a 10,000 worth of BUA. Do you know how many shares you're going to own? This is already what I just want to do here now is compare this to Dangote Cement. So I clicked on compare, and then I'm going to click on choose stock. This is Dangote cement, guys. Can you see what I'm saying? The price difference. I know Dangote is big, but what is making it. So we know that now from our own. Imagine we being Nigerians, we already know how we rate Dangote cement and how we rate Boa cement. Same thing with Dangote sugar versus Boa sugar, right? So with this our knowledge, we understand that okay, yes, Dangote is a bigger company. Though Boa is big, but Dangote is obviously bigger. So we don't expect that the price of Boa should be higher than Dangote, but we expect that at least it should be almost half or more than half of it. But currently selling at 180 naira. Dangote is selling for 665 naira. Does that smell like growth? Yes, it does. Right? So another thing you check is the volume. Look at the volume of stocks in comparison. I'm sorry, there's no market capitalization because just those are the things that will help you to make your decision. But if you're checking it for a US stock, you're going to find the market capitalization, the size. So you get to know the size of the company, do a comparison, and say, okay, can we even compare these two stocks in market size? Are they really the same thing? And then I'm just going to click on the charts. So you can see that this is the 1 month chart. This is 3 months, right? If you notice, most things that are happening in Dangote is happening in Boa. Maybe because they're very similar. So whatever is affecting them could be like economy based or policy based, right? But look at in the past 1 year, Dangote started leading, and all of a sudden Boa went right. It's 5 years chart. So with these few points of mine, I hope I'm going to convince you, not confuse you, that Nigerian stocks are good to buy right now because the good part is with as little as possible, you can in that shows order book. This is beside ability buy the amounts that they want to buy at. So maybe they'll put it at a particular price and put the amount they want to buy. Why offer at people that want to sell? So when it gets to this amount, I want to sell my assets. Right. So let me create another watch list. Which other stock will I like? Let's check the banks. Let me just make a purchase this evening. Let's buy Tesla. Yes, there's another thing I wanted to say. So we have a different timing from the US. The market opens from the US in a completely different time. It opens by 2:30 p.m. because our 2:30 p.m. is their 9:30 a.m. and it closes by 4 in their time and in our time by 9 p.m. Right. So the market just closed a few minutes ago. So that is their trading. That's those are the trading times. So if I'm seeing this currently at 43371, possibility that if I buy it at this price and the market opens by tomorrow morning in their time or for our own afternoon, one of the things I check is the high and low, and I try to get the middle. I don't chase to go towards the low because most companies will never hit that low, but you avoid to buy on the high. Avoid it. Someone suggested FCMB, so let's just get FCMB. As you can see, FCMB is selling at 10 naira. So you can click to buy now. You can click to put a limit order or stop order. So buying the stock at a lower price, right, is when you click on the limit order. Or you say, I don't want to buy it more than this particular price. That's the stop order. I've used limit order only once. Most of the time, I just buy now because I usually put them in my watch list and wait for when it's showing me red. And I'm amount 5,000 naira. So I click there and I'm going to click place order. Market is closed, but I'm going to place my order anyways. Yeah. So this is how it works. And then you click view order details and it's because balance. That's why you can't see the purchase value, the commission, or the total amount. So this is this. And if at any point you say that, okay, I don't want to buy it, you can easily click cancel order. Especially now that it's actually did not take place when the market is open. The market is going to open tomorrow morning. So I can easily cancel this order. So let's go back. I wanted to show you guys something. Watch list. So yes, this is my watch list below. There are two items currently. I usually shuffle my watch list. At a point, I either buy or I get rid of them. So Tesla has been on my watch list for just a day, and this iShares Bitcoin Trust has been on my watch list for what it's doing currently. This is a good time for me to buy because it's low. I can't remember why I even put this on my watch list. It's an ETF. So yes, this is this. I'll buy it when I'm done with this class. So let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so So next week we're going to talk about stock analysis. We're going to analyze a stock. Like we're going to. I already said it briefly, but I will focus on it. I will also focus on. There's something I said I was going to focus on. So I'm talk about the kind of stocks you should buy, how to diversify your portfolio, you know, talking about building your portfolio and your risk type. And we're going to talk about different terms in the stock market. So for you guys attending this class, I'm going to advise you to buy stocks, buy banking stocks in Nigeria. Diversify, don't just buy one bank, buy two or three. Advice you, MTN is doing very so you can look at MTN, just keep it on your watch list. So it's currently selling at 500 or something. If you see it around 400 or something, go ahead. If you don't even want to wait, if you're a long-term buyer, go ahead and buy Airtel now. Make sure that then go for dividend-paying stocks that pay you dividends. So just look for stocks that pay dividend. When you click on it, you see dividend. I'm so sorry I didn't show you guys. I'll show you the next class. But if you look at your interface, you're going to see dividend equals to a particular amount. You get to know. Sometimes you go online and check. Even ETFs, go for ETFs that show the US market. Buy into ETFs. Go for ETFs that pay dividends. As you've gotten ETFs, most of the time, especially S&P 500 or Vanguard, they already have most of our big tech companies. But for the fact that I have those ones, I still have a few of the big tech companies individually. Buy Coca-Cola, it pays dividend. I have plenty stock that pay dividend, but Nestle too is doing very well. It's quite expensive, but it's doing well. And Nestle is a food-based product, meaning that it kind of stands against the economy. So go for defensive stocks that no matter what Tinubu or Trump is doing, they stand tall. Stock market, go for tech. So thank you. So tax for the week. Fund your account, buy your stocks. Guys, we are buying stocks this year. We are even I funded my mom's account. She's buying. We are too young to not have investments. Please have a lovely night rest. Good night.